recording has been started.
So, where we last left off, everyone had gotten back to the tower.
Ash, I swear to God.
I'll just say for the time being, because of the funniness of it all, the two others that showed up probably before the group of you are not on this floor, but nearby. However, it is the next day from when you arrived. It is currently in-game September 12th. And Razz, you wake up to see Helia up before you.
Does it look like she slept at all, or does it look like she's just been...
She definitely slept. How much is debatable.
Does she still look pretty tired?
You know that I just woke up and I'm still waking up tired? Yeah, that.
Alright. Well... Raz looks over at her with a little smile, like, "Good morning, Helia."
Very sleepy blink and a little wave. I'm like, good morning, Razz.
Looks like you finally got some sleep.
I guess.
Ish sleepy.
Ish. My eyes were definitely closed for an extended period of time.
How are you doing after all of that? All of everything, you know?
There's this very long pause, and she looks at Razz and goes, kinda feel like I'm drowning.
Like you're drowning?
Yeah.
Like, not just not that's not about the grid, right?
No, that was nightmare fuel.
That was nightmare fuel, but the other bit I feel may have also been feelings.
I mean, yeah.
you you've seemed a lot different since he's been gone, you know? And I didn't know how seeing him would affect you.
I don't think anybody really did.
Well, I mean, he seems like a new guy, you know? uh,
There's a wince at that.
I mean, but you are too. I mean, I don't know what you're going through, but I can't pretend I do. But I mean, you're both different now.
I don't want to be.
Well, there's gotta be more light in you than what he's given you, right? You can't let him being gone be all you are. You know?
What am I supposed to do, Razz? It feels like nobody else cares.
It's it's hard for people to see hurt unless they look really close at it, like unless they want to look at it or unless they are close to it. And I mean, I remember the first time I met Valkyr, and he was scared of being stuck. And he's still stuck, but he's stuck somewhere else. But you're stuck somewhere else, so you guys can't be stuck together. Does that make sense?
Not really, but I can tell you're trying.
It's it's like he's been remade, and that's scary. And it's scary to try and be the person you were before, especially with the people you thought you could be with before, because you love everything the person you were before, but it's hard telling how that will be affected. Does that make sense?
Kinda. Don't know, I just...
Just missing.
It hurts. You know?
I do. That chunk of you out there, that him, that he is a chunk of you that's always been, it seems. I don't know how far you guys go back, but right now he's somewhere liminal, and you can't get to a bit of you out there, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think he loves you any less. I think the love might be what makes it so scary. Because whenever you're new, that love connects you to who you were, and you are a big part of who he was, and it just, it hurts to see you hurting so bad.
Both of you hear Lance speak up. You hear change is change, both of you. I'm not sure how you're supposed to be taking it, especially from a jokester like me, but I'm pretty sure parts of you are in everyone, in everything that you do. And both of you, if you look over at Lance, he's just sprawled out on the floor, staring upwards, not even looking at either of you.
Time to get philosophical, Lance.
Sorry. Couldn't help it over here.
Adding eavesdropping to your list of crimes.
If it helps one of my friends, I think I should great and well do it. And then just tilts his head over to smile at you in a way that Lance, though smiles, doesn't.
Gonna, like, reach over and, like, poke his side and go, "You feeling alright?"
Oh, yeah. Having, one of those days. Mortal coil. But a curse invented by Kingdom Hearts to curse us for our hubris. The man does some weird things sometimes. And then holds up an arm and then kind of shakes it. Like your body forgetting a whole limb exists.
Genuine inquiry. Did Zan die?
Sorry, I was making my brain work. I don't know what is going on in my head right now.
You are full of soup, my dude.
I am. I'm sorry. I have I had a plan of what to say and then it didn't come out.
Yeah, that happens.
I have it all written down in front of me and I was like, I can't read. And now I'm
If
trying to
both of
figure.
you want to, you can make a insight or perception check.
Whatever we feel good soup about.
Yes.
Beautiful. Terrible rolls.
You both know Lance well enough by now. He doesn't necessarily hide much. It's just what's asked, what's queried, what's known outwardly is whatever you decide to question about him. This doesn't. You don't know how to explain it. This doesn't feel like Lance. Talking like Lance, saying things that he'd say. It doesn't feel like Lance.
Is he close enough that Razz can nudge him with her foot?
Helia full on poked his side, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
getting
both of you are within range.
getting a kick. Just a gentle one, not like a yeet, but like a
Like a nudge.
yeah.
Then just the oof. What? Can't a guy just listen in and try and be of some aid?
He can.
Just side glances at Razz. Not usually Lance's style to do it like this.
Well, that sucks. And then looks back up at the ceiling again.
Are you going to elaborate?
I mean, I can. And then stands up and starts to walk away. And then just does the little hands out and then spinning on his heel. You know, I'm pretty sure if you looked a little closer, it'd be a little bit better by now. Everything's kind of topsy-turvy, don't you think?
I have no idea what you're on about.
I'm always on to something. Kinda why I'm like this. Then just taps himself on the head, like rasping against wood. Like, oh, nothing there, kind of style.
Helia's just given him the most confused look she has.
Make a perception check, both of you, with advantage. Helia, you're too confused, but you swear there's something off about Lance right now. Even more so than him trying to be of genuine assistance without the jokes. But Raz, you look up as he turns to face you, and right around the pupils, there's a ring of sky blue.
His eyes are usually pink, correct?
The pinkish red, yeah.
Okay, just a little nervous laugh, like uh is there anything else that's off about the room or is it just him?
It looks like it's just him. But as you're watching and your eyes flicker briefly away from Lance to check the rest of the room, you do see behind him, or behind whoever this is, one of your companions from the grid is lounging on one of the seats, facing you guys, but with a hat drawn over their face. So you can't tell if they're awake or not.
Checking something. Can I cast detect thoughts on
You
Lance?
can.
I would love to do that.
Are you only getting surface thoughts, or are you prying?
I am gonna check. I'm gonna check what's going on the surface, but
Razz, or rather, Zahn, you're familiar with the bees, right?
oh yeah, sure fucking am.
The bees.
The bees.
That's kind of the feeling of the information that you're getting. It is TV snow and the bees. Lance
Could I
isn't there.
Oh, can I try to pry any further to see if I can figure out who is?
Normally, this requires a roll from the person you're prying into. In this case, roll a wisdom saving throw. I'll let you have the 14. Because it's fun.
Okay.
You barely managed to get the name Ephemer before it's just a in your head. And it doesn't seem malicious. It seems playful and shocked, odd, and a little bit of amused. In that way of a kid or someone in their late teens, early 20s, kind of finding something hilarious and having this weird laugh about it. Get the name Ephemer, and that's all you get.
Is he still looking directly at us?
He's looking directly at you now.
Oh, immediate like tense, like oh no. Um, deciding. Leah, do you see something wrong here?
Confused look to Razz.
Because something is wrong here. Something is not quite right. I think he knows it. I think. Uh,
Notably, both of you see Junebug, who is now awake because of the slight commotion, is just staring at Lance, quote unquote Lance, and is not being hostile or biting, just staring with a tilted head like a dog would when not perceiving information properly.
all right. So, Razz is beyond hesitation by now, and just says, "Who is Ephemer?" Looking directly at
You say
Lance.
that loud enough to wake the other two.
Oh yeah.
So Tsubasa and TB, you wake up hearing, "Who is Ephemer?"
Okay.
Just
Instantaneously,
does
fucking
does Ephemer ring a bell for me at all, or
All of you roll a history check.
shit. Why do you keep making me do rolls I'm gonna fail?
hey, I got a 19.
Fuck you, Spike! 19.
Could I
Razz?
roll? Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I was asking.
That's something to know.
Razz, you're asking for a reason. But as you hear the name Ephemer, the three of you, even as you want to not lash out, but kind of get that confusion state of that's a new name, we're looking at a familiar face, what's happening kind of confusion addled state. The other three of you hear briefly the words of your history teacher. Specifically, the words of explaining who Ephemer is. And in brief, Ephemer is a previous legend, a Keyblade wielder of so much power that it was believed that even in death, he persisted.
What are we talking about a god for?
We're talking
Ask
about
Matt.
Lance! or whatever.
He's not a god, you dumbass.
Okay, but
You-
why are we talking
Yeah, you
about
did-
him? What's going on?
course. TB's gonna walk over and check on Junebug, just confused now.
It's the only thing that I could hear when poking around in that empty skull of his.
Whose skull were you in? Get out of people's skulls!
Maybe I
Huh?
would if Lance! not Lance. Not Lance. Lance, but not Lance.
Okay, that does get like a confused look at Lance.
Yeah.
Both
And
of
then
you
he's-
who are now waking up will roll perception checks.
Hey,
Okay.
Percepsi time.
15.
16.
17.
Both of you at the announcement of "this is not Lance" or "Lance but not Lance" from Razz, you do see as his gaze turns from staring at Razz, not maliciously, just staring, because again, poking around in that empty skull, and then turning to the both of you both see that ring of blue and bubblegum pink eyes.
Keyblade is now out in a defensive manner. What the fuck is that?
EB, for fuck's sakes, put that away.
Wait, hold on, TB.
But what do I?
Keyblade, put it away. You're a dumbass.
Just desummons it. I gotta stop doing that.
You have issues. I mean, we all have issues, but you have issues.
Is
Fuck
Lance
you, I'm defensive.
okay?
What did Cherry say?
Tsubasa was asking, is Lance okay?
Oh yeah, he's alright, just sleeping. In Lance's voice.
You realize how fucked that sounds out of context, and I have no context. Yeah, oh, where you going?
Not you.
Not us,
I feel
guys.
like that was accidentally a moment of of Lance trying to actively say something and then getting shushed from Ephemer. Just fucking, hey now. I'm not sleeping, and then just, shush.
Stop talking about me
But
like I'm dead.
pretty much.
Stop telling people I'm
And
dead.
and the person who is currently looks like Lance, but apparently is named Ephemer, just goes to the bottom of the staircase leading up and goes, "How long are you gonna keep eavesdropping?" And Arthur, you've been awake for a while now, and you've been listening in downstairs, and you didn't realize that someone could see that you were there. Especially someone not near the staircase where you're at, and since you have been keeping your breathing patterns relatively quiet. Not even the others knew you were there. You are at the top of the staircase if you want to put yourself there.
Oh, okay. Let me get the thing.
Oh God. I knew them fucking creepy hands. Ah!
Uh-huh.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Fuck!
If you want to ask questions, you can just come down here. And then walks away.
That,
Oh, do I have to make this tree roll too, since...
Yeah, you do.
Alright. That's not bad.
You also remember the information that was given to them of Ephemer being an ancient figure, a legendary keyblade wielder, someone who could persist after death, or so they say.
Hmm.
And I mean, I'd say that this is a little persisting after death, honestly.
Yeah. So why are you in the head of Lance? Right now.
Well, I can't exactly go anywhere else. And then rests his hands on his hips. Just, I kind of chose him a while ago. But he's not doing the things that I thought he would. Which is great. Honestly, I very much enjoy it.
What do you mean you chose him?
What do you mean he's not doing the things you thought he'd do?
why do you gotta be ominous?
I'm not. I'm not ominous. I'm being really, honestly straightforward. He didn't do the things that I thought he was going to do. I'm currently not allowed to leave him until he dies. So, as far as that's concerned, I don't think you want him to die, so I'm sticking around.
I mean, yeah, I very much would like him not to die.
I don't either, because he still has something to do.
Still has something to do?
There you go again.
Well, I can't tell you because I don't remember.
So you know
Right.
there's something, but
Turns
you
to
don't
Helia.
know the specifics.
That's ominous, yeah?
Um,
Well, I am dead.
I think there's a
Obviously.
technicality here, but I'm not gonna argue.
Well,
We
if you
want
hear about
to
anybody
tell
carrying
you.
on my legacy somewhere else, I would love to hear it.
don't
Oh.
think.
Oh.
I don't think we've heard any legacy like that.
Yeah, I haven't felt anybody with my strong magical capabilities anywhere else. So there is. No, never mind.
No, hang on. I
And-
have a thought. Let's be honest here.
Oh.
There is one person, but I think she's a bit too busy.
Is my shit working?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because I said like 3 fucking things and got no response.
Didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I was testing it.
What would you say?
God damn it.
Well, what'd you say?
Oh, I asked Arthur, does it count as a technicality or argue a technicality if he is the technicality? And then I asked Helia, like I did the fucking turn to Helia. That's ominous, right?
Oh, I heard
Whenever
that.
he was being.
Yeah, we heard that.
A couple of us responded to it, I think.
Okay, then I just had a fucking cutout.
Yeah, you had a blip.
I had a. Okay. What did...
Ooh. Just kind of faded out there.
Well, that's because I mumbled.
Are we good now?
Testing.
I
And see
believe
if
so.
Yeah, so far so
Yeah, I heard you,
good.
Kuri.
Yeah, okay. Damn.
So, Ephemer had just said that there's someone, but she's probably busy.
Who would be that person?
Oh, I don't think that's important here. Because I don't need you seeking her out and troubling her with that. Because I think she might faint after all she's been through.
If it were not for the fact that I just woke up, I'm considering fainting, finding out a friend of mine is now being a victim of a body snatcher kind of deal.
Well, it seems like this is a
Oh,
long-term thing.
Oh, no. I'm not snatching his body or anything. And then holding up Lance's hands and just kind of shaking them. Just like, no, not snatching the body. I'm just trying to relay information. I just can't seem to remember while I'm here. So I'm trying to help where I can, and it's not going very well because you guys seem very, very against me being here. So I can return him to you if you'd like.
It's not... Okay. I'm not against you, I'm just... It's early.
It's early.
That's
You
fair.
can't remember what you're trying to tell us, so it's just all confusing and unhelpful.
I haven't even had my Pop-Tarts yet.
And then just tries to take one step. And all of you make a perception check.
There we go.
He's so upset about his Pop-Tarts.
Oh, what flavor?
You joke, but that is the exact sentence that was about to come out of Ephemer's mouth. Just, oh, what flavor?
Oh, good.
The flavor just immediately goes, hey, don't worry about it. It's a Tom Berry special. It may or may not be illegal.
Just between
okay.
one step and the next, Cheshire has stood up and crossed about 10 feet in the blink of an eye, and just with the butt of a gun, smack, and he's down on the floor.
Well,
Well, what'd you do that for?
Now I draw the Keyblade.
There wasn't
The fuck?
anything dangerous happening.
Oh no, nothing was dangerous was happening, no. I do
Why'd you
not
do
like
that?
having possessions in my fucking tower. Or rather, his tower.
TV's just gonna get close, grab fucking Lance, and use like the back arms to hold him like a child while still holding up the Keyblade. Because I've known you for a day. Not Gucci.
Would you rather him keep being possessed? Because, from what I heard, that was Ephemer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah, and-
violent.
It seems like an overreaction to the situation, though. Just saying.
Not really.
Well, they were
Okay.
gonna relinquish the body because they said they were.
They were being non-violent. Even I, a fucking person of violence, realized they were Gucci. What the fuck?
You don't know enough about Ephemer. Say that.
Then
We don't know
Hannah.
fuck about shit, we know, okay? I'm very...
There's a kind of a sad look between all of you. And readjusting the hat that's now on their head. Listen. He'll be fine. That was powered with a cure spell. Regardless, I do want you to understand something. Ephemer was titled as the First War's biggest weapon. And I don't want him to ever set foot near you guys.
The man's dead, has been for thousands of years, but good for you.
TV's gonna start dragging.
And you want to risk it?
I'm saying I'd rather you didn't beat my friend in the back of the head.
Apologies. Sorry. Just protecting everybody. Lance,
We're on.
Yeah, people who say that don't always mean it, is muttered under Helia's breath.
Lance,
She just sort of slides back down the wall.
you were having a very nice dream of a city you vaguely recall from a flash drive, but you're from a higher vantage point and you're staring out over across the ocean. And there's other islands, there's other cities, and you hear right as you're waking up, you hear a voice next to you. Oh, girls. Voice. Lady? Somewhere around your... Come on, F. No need for reminiscing. You can't even remember what you're thinking about. And you wake up.
Wake up to at least Sue and Ton checking him over, I'm assuming.
Khan is not checking them over. He has not stopped looking at Cheshire, but he is like infant style holding Lance with his gloom arms.
In which case, yeah, Tsubasa is directly checking Lance over, just like, you didn't get brain damage, did you?
Brain damage from
You
what?
don't have a headache at... Yeah, you don't have a headache or any sign of pain that you've been hit at all.
Lance does kind of like just look down at where he's being held by TB, just looks back up at TB.
You're awake.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Lance? Your head doesn't hurt or anything?
No, should it be hurting? Why am I in his... Why am I being held like this?
Righto, because I had to drag your ass for the... And he starts to physically count on one hand.
You, Tsubasa trying desperately to figure out, how do you tell someone they've been possessed?
I don't think you can ease into that situation.
And that was not important. Basically, you were sleepwalking with a funny accent.
Sure.
That?
What? Breakfast. We should go get breakfast first. At least one of us can get breakfast before the bullshit starts.
Oh, I guess breakfast would be a good idea.
Now you can have your Pop-Tart.
Thing while I was sleepwalking.
Huh?
What was that?
Did I say anything embarrassing while I was sleepwalking?
No.
No, definitely not.
Not really embarrassing.
I'm sensing a butt.
It was
No, nothing
more...
embarrassing.
But it can wait after breakfast. Get you some food in you, and he sets Lance down carefully.
Lance does kind
You
of like
all
just...
see Cheshire walking away. And just leans against the desk.
If one of you motherfuckers teleports to that desk, and that's why you're leaning against it, I'm going to call you a boy band.
What? What kind of threat is that?
A boy band?
A TB branded threat.
The vicious mouth.
I'm assuming
don't know, but
I'm assuming we're all going to go get breakfast now.
What are we eating for breakfast, though?
What can we eat for
Pop-Tart.
breakfast? Where the fuck is the kitchen?
Well, there's not a. Wasn't there like a bar or some shit down the road?
I guess.
We can go see if they got any food, and then if not, I fucking can order something.
Arthur,
Yeah.
it occurs to you in your moment of worry for Lance and for what was happening, you were at the top of the stairs for a reason, weren't you? Dot, dot, dot. Fuck, Lex!
Ah! I gotta go get the other. Where is the? I have to go back up, don't I?
No, he's actually left early in the morning,
Ah.
and you woke up basically to him being like, "Hey, I'll be back in a bit," and it's been like 2 hours.
Cool. All right then, let's get going.
Actually,
The exasperation, I feel like everyone is just like, "Oh no, not again."
what? I got a suggestion for everybody.
What is it?
We're all pretty, Oh, Arthur, by the way, we're all pretty, if I'm right about this, I think they outvoted, but we're all pretty, certain about heading back to the academy soon, yeah?
All right.
Probably after the next little errand we run. But before then,
Uh,
TV's looking around at everybody,
Tsubasa just nods.
looks at Helia.
Yeah, you're muted.
Helia's not looking at TV.
Okay. Razz? Razz Dazzle?
If it's possible, if it's agreeable.
If you believe that's
Okay.
the best course of action.
Then, how about you four go with, you guys go look for a place to eat, like, in case I fuck up and fail. Helia, I'm so sorry to upset you if I do with this question, but do you mind joining me out?
For what?
Keep me company. I don't trust myself to be alone, and you're very responsible.
Sure.
That is a blatant lie, by the way.
As a matter of a splitting group, would someone like to come help me find Lex?
First, you guys find a place, text us the
No,
location.
no, no,
and
no,
we
no.
can-
This is more important. He's been gone for 2 hours. He said he'd be back, so
I'll help find Lex.
Did he give a
thank
time?
you. No, he did not. He said
didn't-
soon, and I'm not saying 2 hours is soon. Don't argue me on this.
Okay. Fucking. God damn it! I really hate Scooby Doo and shit.
Does
Why
that
don't
make
the breakfast crew look for Lance and then, Lex, and then look for breakfast?
Okay. Well, you guys, and he kind of just he does this weird thing where he puts a hand on Lance, a hand on Tsubasa, and then his gloom hand on Arthur and Razz separately, so he gives them all the same look. Be fucking safe, please.
Well, I mean, if we're Scooby doing this, that would make you and Helia, Shaggy,
Choose your
and
next words carefully.
that would. On second thought, I'm not gonna keep that to myself.
Smart. We're taking Junebug.
Scooby.
Alright.
You guys. Do any of you actually have my number? Razz has my number. Never mind.
Hello.
What, you don't think Tom would have given Tsubasa his number at some point?
Not yet.
You don't think the group would have like a group chat on their gummy phones?
EB is basically rocking a Nokia level phone, so no. He would not be a part of it.
We're off to find
This
Lex.
is more important. I love Arthur so much.
This is more important than food!
This is more important than sustenance.
Good luck. Okay. TV's just gonna kind of wait for Helia to get the spoons to be ready while the others do their thing. Be patient, man.
Off we go to find Lex.
We're going to see the Lex. The
It's not going to
He
work.
sure is. Anyway. So, who's going where?
We've got, at the very least, Tsubasa and Arthur going to find Lex. Are Lance and Razz actually going to go with them?
I mean, it does seem like that would be the safe bet.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? There's nothing going to go wrong.
No.
It's going to be
Hold on,
perfectly
hold
fine.
on. You hear that? That's me knocking on wood. Stop it.
No. I want chaos.
Oh no,
So
it's all.
those of you who are looking for Lex, roll a investigation check.
Spotted. That's not the greatest.
That's a 10.
Okay, that's not bad.
Can I give myself bardic inspiration?
Not at this level, you don't.
That investigation.
Mm.
Yes.
I believe. I believe. I believe.
Oh,
I believe.
look at the highest one.
Oh no! Please
Supposed
tell
to
me
give
the
you
tens
bardic
at least
inspiration.
pass!
Yeah, that's why this is so funny. Arthur has the highest naturally, knowing how to find legs. Tsubasa and Razz, you have to drag Lance along to not pet the war chocobos on your way around. And you guys eventually come across a familiar place. And whichever way you want to approach this situation is fine.
Let's do the left side. If anyone disagrees.
Left.
Left.
Which one is left? Oh, over there. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. Oop.
All of us just piling on top of each other.
No.
Ah!
So, Arthur, you're very good at tracking when Lex has run off again. You noticed that his pacing, which most of his steps are alight with magic when he wants to be found, and this case is no different. So his pace has slowed, which is something the other two of you have also noticed. But Arthur,
Excuse me.
you realize it slowed to a walking pace about a mile back on a different island. So he might have just lost track of time.
That's possible, yeah. I hate that that's a possibility, but you know.
It's a possibility.
The ADD is strong with this one.
He is the chosen one. He will lead us to attention.
Are
Squirrel.
you sure?
If you know the rest of that quote, it's yeah. Chosen one. You're supposed to lead us to attention, not lose it.
Oh, that's what you were referencing.
I'm assuming
As
the same one.
you
Yeah.
come across the break in canopy and things lying about, you don't even need to make a roll for it. Lex is just sprawled out kind of on the ground in that sense of he was probably here the past hour and a half and just staring up at an endless starry expanse above the Islands of Mystery.
I guess our mission's done, guys. found him.
Is he okay?
Gee, that's
Arthur,
not...
he just summoned his Keyblade. I don't know if you want to answer that one.
Ah. Gonna continue going forward.
He just kind of tilts his head back as you approach and goes, "Oh, hey. Why are you out so early?"
Because you've been gone for a while.
"Yeah, but you were asleep when I..." "Oh, I've been gone a while, haven't I?"
Yeah, a while. How'd you end up like this?
I started to think a lot about Keyblades and stuff, and I guess it got kind of overwhelming, so I just decided to lay down.
That's fair.
How long have I been here?
I don't know, but you've been gone for 2 hours.
Ah,
So,
well, would you like to join me on the ground?
Uh, we were all actually about to go get breakfast.
Oh, that's okay. I probably ate already, I think.
probably.
Ever, you ever see question marks just appear in front of somebody's face without being in the grid?
Yes.
Yeah.
The fucking ADD is strong and Lex. Apparently.
Do you feel hungry?
No.
Hmm. So we'll cross it down as a maybe.
Well, I said no. Just the whine. Just like, I said no. That's not a maybe.
Well, you said maybe earlier. Is it a no or is it a yes?
Perfect gift for this.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
He's so confuzzled.
Hmm.
He's having a day.
You're just out of it today.
What if I just lay here and you guys go do what you need to do? I'll be here. And just does the, like, punk rock symbol, which is what he does every time that he's spacing out. And you know this, Arthur.
Hmm.
What if, hear me out, we all get together and we carry you TB style?
You know, I think we only need one person to do it, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, Arthur.
I don't...
Alright, I guess you'll still be in your mood. I'll just pick you up.
What? No.
Well, too late.
I feel like that exact phrasing was said as you're doing it. You're just like, well, it's too late anyway. I want you to understand something.
Mhm.
Arthur, you're being clung to.
Oh, that's amazing.
You have a koala.
The best part was the noise that he made.
Cade has emotions about the situation.
Well then, guys, off to breakfast.
Just like, yeah, let's go find some place to eat now.
You guys know where the bar is that you were at before.
Yeah,
There's no rule for that.
we go there, we check.
I want you to understand before I move this map. It's, I can't begin to explain to you how funny that interaction is to me. I'm just like, what? No, I want to lay here. Too bad. We're going to get something to eat.
I love it.
Too bad. Let's get you some self care.
Yeah, we'll get you
Real.
exactly what you want, plus self-care.
Hey
Pineapple.
now. Don't bully him.
But it has affection in it.
Oh, excuse me.
You all are meeting up at that place, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
TB's not going there immediately.
We'll continue this little scene in here, and we'll get back to you, alright?
Okay.
So you arrive at this small bar, and it is exactly how you left it, somehow. But you guys can just enter as you see fit.
It's small.
Oh, we're tiny.
It
Don't
can't
worry
be
about it.
small. Anytime.
Wait, where is everyone else? Oh, they're all up there. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Lore accurate Helia would just be 1 block tall.
No. So would Lex. No.
You leave those two out of it.
No.
They're small.
God damn it. You leave the smalls alone.
How about this? No.
So you all walk in, and it is as quiet as it was the first time that you came here with Emrys. And Lex has not stopped clinging to you, Arthur.
Oh, so I guess I'm gonna sit on this one since there's an open back.
Literally just cling. He's that spaced out that he doesn't seem to care that much about showing open affection towards what equates to his boss.
Tsubasa's just.
You guys know how this works, yeah? Of writing on the notepad and get what you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Scrambled
just seem to
eggs
have
and
your hands
bacon.
full there, bud.
Yeah.
Do you want one of us to write down your order, Arthur?
Yes, please. Now the thing is, what would Arthur
Just
eat?
the mutter of, I'm not hungry.
The plant croissant.
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 No!
Croissant.
Stop! I almost dropped my croissant.
Croissant.
Oh,
We're so unhinged tonight.
Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
oh,
But yeah, no, Tsubasa writes down Arthur's order and whatever he says to get for Lex.
I think what happened was he asked for something, but it's what Lex wants. Like he knows what he likes.
Aww.
No, you're gonna kill me.
Croissant.
Then perish.
I'm the one who started this, and he's the one killing me.
But yes, writing down
No,
all
fuck
of the
you.
orders.
Yeah.
So what is everyone ordering?
Scrambled eggs and bacon. And maybe a couple of pancakes.
I want you to understand the thing that was probably ordered for Lex was a fucking smoothie that is more sweet than it is, like, anything else. Because someone here doesn't want people to know that they have a sweet tooth.
Shocking.
Adorable.
So you all put down the orders and close the notepad, and it disappears, at least for a little while. There's some things that need to be discussed that I'm letting you do. Or are you waiting for everyone else to get here?
Out of character, I don't remember what needs to be discussed.
Out of character, I'm not sure.
All of you, not all of you know what the other party experienced or knows.
Mhm.
Some
Point
of you
taken.
met V, and some of you were in the grid.
Oh, about the okay.
Yes,
About that.
yes, we all have our own important information.
And some of you were possessed this morning.
You know what? But yes, I'm giving you guys the time to go over that.
I guess you could
So
tell
I'm
what
pretty sure some people would like to know about whatever the fuck happened with our other.
yeah, but I feel without the other two, it'd probably be better for them to tell what happened in the grid before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the words of TV, there was an Eldritch abomination.
And they wouldn't let me fight that bitch.
God, where would they even start, though?
From the beginning. The beginning.
You had a full fucking aneurysm there!
I almost went, my brain skipped over and almost went the beninging, and I just
The panini.
fine.
It went from just missaying the beginning to a full fucking scat song.
I tend to like anyway, train tracks before it derails.
Okay, alright.
Are you guys going to wait until the others get there to discuss that? Or
I mean, to be fair, Tsubasa's not going to be launching straight into it.
I guess it's safe to say we wait.
Yeah.
alrighty. TB and Helia, where are you going currently?
TB is taken. Hold on. I immediately saw a delay. TB is taking Helia out just to kind of walk around a bit outside the tower before actually heading to a place.
Mhm.
Just kind of doing the thing of cooling heads before going any further, and he's just gonna kind of stop after a bit and go, Helia,
Mm-hmm.
wise man wants. I almost went country. Sorry. A wise man.
It's something
We were
gray.
talking about Gray.
Yeah. A wise man once fucking told me, you can't see the picture till you solve the puzzle. Now, that wise man may have been my brother, and I was 6 at the time, but those are pretty good fucking life advice. Yeah?
She's giving PB a very confused look and goes, I guess?
You are right. We don't know shit. Okay? And it sucks that we don't know shit. I don't like not knowing shit. I enjoy knowing shit so I can avoid when said shit hits the fan. You know?
Guess?
Look. When we get back to the academy, I'm gonna go take him. I'm gonna go somewhere, probably drag Razz along, whether I want to bring her or not, with me. I'd like for you to tag along with me. It's just clear your head of all the bullshit happening, you know? Worried about you.
She looks away when you mention the academy again.
Sorry. Forgot. No word. And then he's gonna, like, as if a light bulb could be seen, suddenly a pair of hands cover Helia's ears, and he already has the chocobo whistle in his mouth and blows it hard to call Dutch. And uncovers Helia's ears and goes, "Give it a second. Sorry. Had to be loud."
Okay.
You just hear the distant quay of a chocobo getting increasingly closer.
He then takes Helia and, like, kind of lifting up like a shopping bag and then setting it on the side. He does take like a couple steps away because he knows what's coming.
Oh, you know.
He looks at Helia and goes, "Now I promise you this is gonna look bad, but I'm perfectly okay."
Yeah, that's about when that happens. You just get tackled lovingly by Dutch. Your chocobo.
Very long pause, and then Helia just says really flatly but clearly kind of amused, "Enjoying your feathery death."
The large, heavier set war chocobo that is clearly wearing a pre-set harness and whatnot, currently just kind of like laying on top of him as he gives the most muffled, "Yeah, no, I'm good." Dutchy.
Just the gentle bonk.
You're not little anymore. Don't do that. God damn it. Get up, get up, get up, get up. And he does eventually escape before giving all the pets to Dutch and then very calmly holds a hand out to Helia. "Come here."
Okay.
He's still holding his hand out for one of Helia's.
She sort of shuffles over.
He's still waiting for the hand. He's just like, "It's okay to get close. He's not gonna..." Well, he does peck, but he doesn't bite.
He's a menace.
A menace. Affectionate.
Yeah, no, not wrong.
Yeah. Slowly, like, holds her hand out for TB.
He gently grabs it, pulls her closer, and puts her hand, kind of like, imagine the How to Train Your Dragon scene with like where Hiccup's showing everybody how to do it, just like very gently puts it on top of his beak and goes, "Go ahead and give him some lovin'. Junebug's big brother."
Very little scritches just for the moment because she's not quite sure about this yet, but also burb. Big burb.
It is. You have the tiny burb. This is the XL burb.
Yeah.
I want you to understand there's just a very long pause with the scritches, and then gently leaning over and just bonk onto Helia's like forehead. Just bonk.
That's mine.
Not anymore. And then he will kind of walk over to the other side of Helia, stop and go, "Can I pick you up?"
Why?
He stares at Helia, then looks at the saddle, stare, back and forth, just like the quick, are you? You're the smart one of the two of us, aren't you? Kind of look.
Very flatly. I'm not a mind reader, TB.
Oh well, you read this one, and then he just lifts her up and like helps her get on top of the war chocobo.
Blows a raspberry at TB as he does this.
And TB will just take the raspberry and then start walking next to Dutch and give him a little like move slowly pat.
He rights himself to a proper standing position, which he had been knelt down a little bit to help with, aiding a small. And
best
So
part-
small.
The best part is, I'm pretty sure if this is a proper war chocobo, the kneeling down was Helia height, wasn't it?
yes,
She's so small.
so it was literally just kneeling down and going, "This is the best I can do," kind of energy.
This is all you're getting. I got no more left without digging in the ground, and I get in trouble for that.
Yeah. And he does start walking slowly and just poofs up a little bit to help with, like, the comfort. But he looks ridiculous, and he only does this to make people comfortable.
And TB will
So
just,
it's obvious to you, TB, that with the head bunk, especially, Mitch likes her.
he does kind of speak in gloom for a minute just to go, yeah, she does that. And he will start
Just a
walking along.
quiet quest.
Yeah. He will start walking alongside, letting Dutch just follow along, carrying Helia. And he'll go. So, you gotta and look, I don't know how you feel. By a long shot, I don't know how you're feeling, but I understand that you're fucked up, or at least pissed off at everybody or everything because of everything happening with Valkyr and the others. So, if you want to scream and shout, you're on a war chocobo, no one's gonna stop you from it. This is just the nicest way that Alexci's like, okay, here's your own personal room without being alone. You can scream and let shit out.
Just tired, TB.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. Kind of starts doing like almost like a tick, starts scratching on near one of his eyes. Like when I was in the hospital for the burns, they told me not to fiddle with the side that I got burned on. But my dominant side. So it took a lot of getting used to. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I get comfortable. I forget that, hey, I gotta use the other side now. And then I make myself sad with that because then I start thinking about what happened. Well, whenever you first ran into Valkyr and you kind of had that moment, that look on your face. I know that look. It's a shitty look, you know? Not for somebody as magnificent as us. As he tries to make a quick joke. But, and I say this with everything in my soul, here, it gets easier. Doesn't go away. I'm not gonna lie to you on that part. It probably won't ever go away, but it gets easier. Just needs time.
But it's easier.
Yeah, who knows? That's just what they kept telling me in the hospital.
Why do you all assume I want to go back?
Do you want to go back?
Not when it feels like they don't care about us, not really.
Then we'll only go back to the dorms. From there, fuck the rest of it. Hey, I can show you some of my cool. I can show you some very cool and more than likely illegal people.
What did TB say they would go back for?
Hold on. We can go back just for the dorms, free housing and shit. Do they make us go to class?
What?
Like, TV's TV was trying to be comforting, but now he's confused himself as he just like stops. Do we? Does the academy work like a college? Is our classes optional?
I think as long as we keep our grades up, it's fine.
Give me your classes and I'll go ahead and pick up your work from there.
You don't gotta. It's not the class that's the problem.
I know, but that way you don't gotta deal with them when they eventually come knocking, going, "Hey, your grades are down." Yeah, I fucking wonder why. Shit stain. And like he points with his foot because he keeps one hand on Dutch's rein. Just that. It's a fuck you, fuck us kind of situation happening. And I don't
What do
know
you
what's that.
mean?
Well, on one hand, there are people that care about us at the academy, more than likely. And on the other hand, there are people like, fuck you. And we're sitting here trying to go, fuck us, fuck you. But we haven't gotten to that part. We're just at the fuck us part.
Doesn't feel like anybody at the academy actually cares.
The professor that came to see us seemed to care. And it was, and I'll vouch, that was some real care. She gave us the same look Auntie gave me. People care. They might be outnumbered, but they care.
Why didn't they care when I was suffering for months?
He doesn't reply at first. Just lets Helia talk and ask questions. I don't think they didn't care. I think they were trying, but they were fucking up. They were fumbling. Sometimes when people try to help, they fuck up more. It's like, oh, here, let me pick up them glass. Oh, I'm bleeding. Now you gotta take me to the hospital. It's a bad situation. Helia?
Yeah.
And he does kind of, as he kind of stops again, putting a hand on Dutch's little side of his neck. if you found the thing or the person that did that to Valkyrie, what would you do to him? To it?
Doesn't matter.
Humor me. Imagine.
I don't care about that. I care about now. It's my fault anyways.
And then his hand moves from the rain to Helia's hand. When I was 15, I found a man that burned the building down. I had him in a fucking alleyway. I fucking followed him. I was big for a kid. I had chance to alter my now. To hurt the person that had changed me and taken everything from me. You know what popped into my head when I had that chance? When I was in that now? My brother did. My brother's words popped into my head. You don't need everyone on your side. You don't need to blame others or yourself. Sometimes you need one or two good friends and the middle finger to the world. Because fuck them. Fuck what happened. Fuck fate. Fuck all the occurrences that is happening to you that's out of your control. It sucks. We can't do anything, so we're gonna get angry about it. I got angry. I got angry because I had that motherfucker right there. He was back against the wall, pissing his pants. He was scared. I could have done something to at least make myself feel better. And I got pissed because I knew that wouldn't work. It wouldn't change my now. It wouldn't rewrite the events that happened. So I punched the wall and kept punching and punching and punching until I had shattered my knuckles. When I realized what I had done, I looked back and he was gone. I haven't seen him. You can't do anything to rewrite the now. The only thing you can really do is to, and like he kind of hesitates for this next bit because he knows he needs to choose his words correctly. Pauses and he goes, "You need to understand that it sucks what happened, but the more you try to blame somebody, the more you try to change it, the more it's gonna hurt. Now, we're here for you. You got your motherfuckers. You got me, you got Razz, you got Sue, you got Lance and Arthur. We're all here for you. We're your motherfuckers. We will help you stand on top of a building and scream, 'fuck the world,' until our voices are hoarse. You just need to give us the word. Okay? If you ever need to just take a moment, relax, escape the world, my door's always open."
Dirty bee.
Yeah.
I think that's when you arrive towards the bar.
Oh yeah. No, he started walking again after switching from the rain to the hand.
So you guys can do as you see fit, walk in or not. Because that's gonna earn a funny reaction from TV. Because Lex hasn't moved.
TV's gonna take a moment and then just kind of walk in. We're here, Chucklefuck. What the fuck?
Why you so slow? No.
I feel like I should be 3 wide.
No.
No.
Aw. What the fuck?
Hey
Okay,
guys.
why is the twink a backpack?
This is just how it is now. You have to accept that.
Yeah, fuck you.
TB,
Is he
you
good?
carry us a lot too.
Because you don't weigh anything and I don't actually feel it. TB's just gonna sit on the ground right here.
Todd, there's a chair over there.
Uh-huh. Feel comfy here.
Okay.
Floor time.
Hey, I love TV's reaction to just, why is there a back?
Why is the
Why
twink
is the twink a backpack?
Yeah.
Why is the twink a backpack? Excuse you.
Yeah,
I
that's
felt
what
a
he said.
sense. I felt
Do
a
you-
sense for Lex, and Lex is out of it right now.
Are you not in fact a twink?
We're not getting into it.
No, yeah. TV's just gonna relax close to Helium for a while till they get back to wherever they need to go.
I think we have to discuss what happened with our respective quests, is what I'll say.
Yeah, because...
Oh,
I mean, quite a bit happened to the grid, didn't it? We came back
you mean
with
the
2 whole
Eldritch
new
Horror
people.
shit?
Yeah, there was that too.
By the way, I got the fucking name of that thing if you want it.
Oh, what is it?
I call it a Soulless.
Oh, I thought...
Oh. Huh.
Tsubasa clearly expecting that TV had figured out the actual name of it beyond Soulless. Disappointment.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my
And
day
the
is
day is ruined.
Yeah.
Disappointment!
Yeah, no, TB says that, and Sue just says, oh, well, okay, that I already knew.
But it's soulless? Encountered, I guess?
Yeah.
What was it like?
It tried to grab TB.
It tried to give me a hug, but I didn't get the chance to say no.
Any visual descriptors?
He stands up and walks over to to about right here, and then with his like hands out, you all watch the Gloom arms kind of mimic his hand statement, and then just start closing around both of them.
Maybe
That's
use your
not-
words, damn it.
That's not
He wanted
how
the
you
descriptor.
That's not a descriptor.
That's a demonstration.
It
it
was
different?
big, it popped out of some of the screens, it was entirely white and had far too many hands and eyes.
Thank you, Helia.
It also felt really fucking weird, and now he's just doing that like uncle thing of leaning on the smaller individuals.
Okay.
It also probably
Mm-hmm.
it also probably would have not happened if it wasn't for me.
I don't
It's
know.
Not
It,
your fault, Lance.
it still tried to grab Marina too.
Marina?
You'll meet her. She's-
We picked her up in the grid. Emrys wanted her in Cheshire here. The person we were delivering a letter to.
Yeah.
Right.
After
Shesh
they
was the one that bonked Lance on the head.
Wait, I was bonked on. When was
Don't worry about it.
Were there any
You were
Are you-
lightly possessed.
I'm sorry, possessed?
Lightly.
Yeah, this morning we got woken up by Razz screaming, "Who's Ephemer?" And then you were apparently Ephemer. You were being possessed by
That's
some.
the dream, I guess.
I went to poke around in your head, and he was the only thing that was there.
What sort of dream did you
Wait,
have,
you went
Lennox?
you were gonna poke around inside my head?
Yeah.
And like Lance does kind of like the timeout movement, just like
Pause.
just hold on.
Take your
On the
time.
end, on the one hand, I do appreciate you looking out for me. On the other hand, you were going to just poke around inside of my head?
I mean, I wouldn't have gone too deep if it wasn't for the buzz that was on the surface. Just, you weren't acting like you.
Okay,
I'd do it again.
but please do not.
Um, what about you, Arthur? Did anything happen with what you guys were doing?
I mean, nothing out of the usual for me, until I had an encounter with. I'm not too sure yet, but they had information they gave me.
Wait, who'd you meet?
Guess I'll go with V for right now. Um, Apparently something's going to happen, and it has something to do with the queen and the two kings.
Two kings?
Apparently, there is a second king who writ himself out of history. I believe also left this world. Not died, but just not here.
Huh. Um, interesting.
That, and I also altered my destiny somehow. So that's gonna be fun.
Who needs destiny anyway?
Not me. I'm gonna show
Write your
you.
own fate. Spit in destiny's face. Write your own fate.
Ooh. Uh, so did you guys not have any any information other than that? The Cheshire and the Soulless.
Well,
TV series.
it's just a theory for now.
Oh, you'll like this. They sound entirely unhinged, Arthur.
Why else? It makes sense if you think about it.
What?
Okay, so apparently Sue and Razz, they had found books back at the tower. One of them doesn't match up with what we know. Marina, the lady that we got from the grid, she wasn't aware that there was a king of the Glooms.
And
The
then
books,
there's one of the books that had two different versions. One with the King of the Glooms, and the other where King and Queen were reversed.
Mm-hmm.
We think someone's managed to rewrite history and people's memories.
That could have something to do with someone writing themselves out of history.
what if that person that wrote themselves out of history is the one that did this?
You
Maybe they didn't.
really think anyone is strong enough to rewrite the entirety of history and how everyone remembers it?
It's
If
the
you turn
only
it
I don't
thing
know.
that
around.
makes sense.
I don't know if they intended it on that. They just took themselves out of the equation, which is still a lot of power, but still.
Well, there's also the option that if, and this is just a working theory, if the person did this and there's people that don't know about the change, wouldn't that people be in danger? Oh, that's why they have a magic tower.
But she's been in the grid. So what if it only affects memories but not digital
Back
knowledge?
up.
Razz,
Yes.
as they're talking, you remember the initials that you had figured out on the book that you stole from the Magic Tower.
All right. So, as they're mentioning the rewriting of history and the initials themselves, Raz does pull the book out of her jacket and scoots it across to Legs. What is this?
He looks up from where he was, like, generally just listening and not paying much attention otherwise. And then he just, why do you have my childhood book?
Well, there was nothing else like it, and it depicted
Yeah.
4 figures, which is a little adjacent to what we're talking about right now. A king writing themselves
Yeah,
out of
but
history.
I was a kid. I'm
Sometimes
still a kid.
kids see things though that adults don't always get. So, you remember anything about this?
I don't know. Just a very dejected, tired. Like, none of you have seen Lex like this aside from you, Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
Of just, he is so out of it, he's gotten tired.
He's got no bones.
He's not.
And he's also comfortable.
Raz, I
Let's
think we
revisit
should.
the.
Yeah, no, Tsubasa leans over to Raz after a bit. It's just like, Raz, I think we should just let Lex rest for a bit.
she, she scoots her very strong coffee towards him.
Don't give that boy coffee. I
What
think
kind of
Arthur knows that the
You
worst.
know, well, one, what kind of coffee? Is it just like black, straight, or
What I'm thinking Raz probably ordered was like 8 shots of espresso over ice.
yeah,
Oh,
no.
Don't give that to Lex.
Don't give that to anyone
That
who
man
wants to
will die.
live.
He needs it more than I do.
Oh, that's what do you need?
Lex actually does go to reach up for the coffee.
No.
Just the
It's regular
Can't stop.
coffee, Arthur. I don't know what you're worried about.
Is
your
that
regular ain't
No,
normal people's
no.
regular.
Just a sip.
Out of just hearing Arthur go, no, 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 immediately pulls his hand back.
thank you?
But that stuff I drew when I was like 6, around the time that I met Arthur, actually. I don't remember much before that, sadly. I think that was when I was having a lot of the weird dreams. I don't have them much anymore, though.
What kind of weird dreams?
What do you see in these dreams?
He just stares between both of you and then looks at Arthur with that expression of, what have you gotten into?
Who knows?
Then looks back at the rest of the group and goes, I don't really. remember?
No, no,
It's-
no, not.
no,
Never
never
mind. Go ahead.
All of you make an insight check.
You
Fuck
say?
you.
12.
Oh, I got 11.
TV's too busy
Nice.
making sure Helia at least gets one fucking flapjack in her.
Hey,
That'll do.
Will do.
I guess my roll is okay.
Your roll was pretty nice.
Lance and Razz, you realize that the well, never mind was not because he doesn't want to talk, but you've seen people when they visibly are struggling to remember, and he's trying to brush it off because it looks like he's in some measure of pain, trying to remember. That he's struggling to keep hidden from Arthur.
Perception check.
Oh, there's no need for that. Arthur's right there.
Arthur knows already.
Cannot hide the ways of the obvious from me. I was there when they were written.
Yeah, you both see that it is a visible, almost painful struggle to remember something, and he's trying to not feel that.
Don't force yourself.
Not yet.
Maybe it'll help if. Have you ever? Were any of them about a? I'm trying to think. Out of character. I don't know how to describe the fucking place. Damn it.
It was a place of white, gold, and gray.
Ivory?
No, different colors at different intervals.
Oh,
Like white houses, gray cobblestone, and gold-lined like edges of things.
Okay, right. Yep.
But yeah, Lance does kind of like ask, like, if any of the dreams resembled that place.
He visibly seems to relax once you help, almost. Yeah, actually, a couple of times. I saw a place near the ocean. I'd never been to the ocean before. I guess that's why I want to go to the beach one day. But I've been too busy. But it was very pretty. Exactly as you described. It was white and shining. It looked peaceful. Why are you intending on finding a place that doesn't exist from a child's memory?
at this point, maybe.
About that
Ash!
funny story, that place may or may not exist. It's not exactly.
Mm,
And like he does kind of pause, just like placing his hands like in front of his mouth, just. It's so. I know that it sounds like a bad idea. Um, and just like kind of glances like over at the person at the bar, just glances over there to make sure that like it's okay to say any of this.
You don't get a visible response, so to speak, but it's kind of the implication that he's respectfully tuning you out.
Okay. So there was this study at the castle in Hall Bastion. It may or may not have been a little bit hidden. There were files on there. I got one of them to work. TB, you remember the VR headset at the server room on the academy?
Yeah. You mean the place where I first met you and fucking Razz?
You remember what we, well, maybe saw isn't the right word, but
What we witnessed.
yes. You remember what it looked like, right? And like he's visibly getting more like excited.
Can I make... Alexci has a better memory than Kuri. Can I make a history check with advantage?
Yeah, it wasn't Razz.
You guys saw Scala ad Calum
Yes.
Okay.
through the
Yes.
eyes of King when he was younger.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah,
I
it
don't,
was
It was
fucking...
Valentina.
It was what?
it was Val and Lance.
My love, you've gone a bit EBDB. Someone's got a bit of an echo.
Whoever could it be?
You're a dumbass, affectionate.
Welcome back.
Here comes the sun. I can't listen to that song without thinking of dark humor.
Wait, why is that?
Don't worry about it.
Continue what you were going to say.
Who?
We're explaining what you saw.
It looked fucking like a... how do I explain this? It looked like the most bare basic neighborhood that you'd see in like a Hallmark movie.
No. Try again.
Dude, if you need help, I posted pictures of Scala ad in the chat.
I know, I'm just being an asshole.
I'm gonna
It was,
bonk you.
how do I say that? It's regal. Not bougie, but regal. Kind of looks like the place where peace would exist. It was white.
And
This
Lex
scene-
mutters something that, Arthur, you hear clearly as a place where everybody can coexist, with or without magic, right?
Do we all hear it, or is it
Which is
just...
something... He says it loud enough for it to be a mutter to most of you, but Arthur hears it because he's right there. So if you guys are actually paying attention, or at least have a passive perception of, like, 14, you'll be fine.
So I hear that then with my passive perception of 22.
Arthur, this is something he said only a couple of times before. And it's usually when he's just as spaced out.
Mm-hmm.
I
So he does say that, and he seems to be a little dazed at the moment.
Should we
I go
maybe
ahead.
take him back to the tower to rest?
Yeah, that'd probably be best. Though there was something that did catch my eye when we were watching that shit. Hey, Razz, Lance.
Yeah.
No, what? You're right. It wasn't Razz. It was Seal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
But he goes.
Jesus
There
fucking
were
Christ,
a
this wind.
shit ton of fucking windmills. Like the place was, I don't know, like it was gonna take off because it couldn't stay down for too long.
Huh.
Like, Lance does have a moment, like, does pause for a moment, and you can almost see, like, the exclamation point, like, Metal Gear Solid alert noise just pop up over his head, just points directly at Arthur. Just, did you get a name for this other king?
Don't believe it did. I think he was only referred to as the third king, the second king.
I do have a question. For the people who passed that history check earlier, would they know what Ephemer looked like?
It would be in the history books as like a faded photograph, yes.
Okay.
I look at this photograph.
No.
This graph.
But yes, you'd have a vague recollection of what Ephemer looked like.
I
Okay.
only ask because if I opened the book, which I'm doing, and pulled it up, did both, did Tsubasa, pass it earlier?
Yes, I did.
Alright. Could it be him?
Wait, are you asking Sue in character?
Yeah. Like, just
It
after Lance makes the comment about there being another king.
Etmar wasn't in the book.
Well, I thought one of them had white hair, that's why I was saying.
Yeah,
There
Zemnis
was
does.
Well, I don't know who all was in it. Like, I remember the descriptions, but I
there
don't
is a
remember.
lady in black, there is a boy in white, a girl in gray, and a man in silver.
Okay, never
and
Lance
do
does.
any of those look remotely like Ephemer?
No.
Etmar looks like a fluffy boy.
He does look like a fluffy boy.
Okay, not none of them are fluffy. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Well,
Lance
no,
does.
King's fluffy, but he's the wrong color. I think I killed Ren with that.
You absolutely did.
So is the like
Continue what you're saying.
is the picture book like opened to that page?
I would assume so if Razz was showing Tsubasa.
It is. Sorry, I thought I said yes. I might have just thought it.
Or your mic didn't pick it up, you know?
Yeah.
Or both. But yeah, Lance does like okay,
Hmm?
would Lance be able to like recognize or at least put together the who the picture is supposed to be referencing?
Make a history check with advantage.
Yeah, okay. Advantage. History.
With advantage.
Yes, actually, you would be able to put together who is who, and the missing person who you didn't see.
Just like, does like the Spider-Man point, like one hand pointing toward Arthur, one pointing toward TB. You don't think, Arthur,
Yeah.
does the word, does the name Zem or Zemnis sound like it could be familiar?
Everybody knows the name Zemnis. That's not a history check you need to roll.
Cool. Yes.
Just
I'm
the
going to assume we all know Organization 13 Zemnis and not what Lance is about to go on about.
Yes, you know what the history books decidedly marked as one of the leaders of the Organization 13.
You don't think this guy could have been the one that wrote himself out of history?
I mean,
but he's in history.
If he rewrote the history, he would just change his position.
no, he wrote himself out of it. He shouldn't be in it.
Then yeah, you're not on the right track.
Make an intelligence check, all of those who are trying to figure this out.
Intelligence check.
Just
I would like to fact check something with the DM.
Yes.
Didn't, when you stated that he wrote himself out of history, that after, as V, it was just, so he existed up to a certain point, and then it was just like he stopped existing and there was no more information on him?
Correct.
Wait, intelligence or intelligence save?
Oh, sorry.
Intelligence.
yeah, I just went with the base intelligence.
Wow.
I got 22.
The dice gods favor me this day.
Could I re-roll that? Sorry, I was pressed the wrong one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of you rolled saves, or go ahead and roll again.
Oh.
I've got a small brain with no wrinkles.
There it is.
You rolled a 21, Razz. You have plenty of wrinkles.
No, I'm out of character. Yeah.
You have so many wrinkles.
Not in your brain.
So,
God,
Kuri.
Oh.
So with the exception
So,
of
all of you... Yeah, with the exception of Tonberry, which is fitting, you all recognize that writing yourself out of history doesn't mean you never existed. It's that you stopped existing. Basically what Tayla said earlier.
would Tsubasa recall a certain point where Zemnis just stopped existing in history books?
All of you who rolled above a 20 actually would.
Hell yeah.
What
So,
did roll exactly 20?
yes, you would still know this.
Woo.
So, you recall the last mention of Zemnis. It was at the very tail end of the Legacy of Thora. Like, right after everything happened with him. He just stopped existing. Every information about him, everything that could have followed him, it stopped cold.
Yeah, fucking God.
Hang on. Does anyone know about that legend from Daybreak Town about that? Was it a white-haired ghost? White-haired man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a white-haired man in a coat that matched his hair.
Does anyone know about that?
Talked about.
Do I know about that?
It's a popular enough rumor, basically a ghost story. So if you guys want to have known about it, you can. I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
Okay. It's just like, yeah, what about it, Arthur?
I have reasons. I have. I have reasons to believe that it has. For some reason, it just clicked that it's connected to this somehow.
Well, it's probably not Zemnis because he's always seen wearing a black coat, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, if you stop existing, I don't think you're gonna be wearing the same thing you're known to exist in.
Yeah, so why would he even switch to a white jacket? He'd probably entirely change if you wanted to stop being who he was. Or stop being recognized for who he was.
Weren't
But at the same time, we don't know what level of dumbass this is.
weren't in the book the positions were switched with the
With the king and queen, yeah.
yeah.
You thinking King's the person in the ghost story?
Yeah, I mean, there's some evidence to believe this, but it's not hard evidence, since this is all speculation.
We need to get more information about it.
Well, it's not like we can just go to the source.
Says who?
Says what happened last time. The first-hand sources.
Okay, then we just won't go to the sources. We'll go check it out ourselves.
How, TB?
Do you doubt that a very... Okay, first off, what will we need to go check it out ourselves?
More information than we have right now. Seeing as if we don't want to get in trouble again, she gestures at the group because she's not sure who's been seen with King and who hasn't. Some of us apparently have to stop hanging out with King.
Well, we don't know exactly how it's going to be at the academy now.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say people are still gonna frown upon hanging out with King.
Maybe.
Probably. He's pretty universally hated.
But if we go with the probability of doubt, we can say, oh, we didn't know it was King. We're so sorry. And you can see him clearly doing like the I hate saying this sentence face.
I mean, there's this secret place.
Secret place?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the secret place.
Echo.
Yeah.
Right when I had something to say.
Yep.
Oh,
What secret place? And I regret asking already.
Secret tunnel.
well, I was just wandering around, and I ended up at this place, and I just found King there. And apparently, that specific place isn't being what was the exact words?
Was
They
place
were
forgotten?
forgotten. You forgotten.
Okay. Do you know how to get back there?
I think I could. Instinct.
Okay.
It's worth a shot.
Yes. What do you think?
I think. I don't know. You guys
What if-
appear to know more about King than I do, so.
That makes two of us.
Well,
What if we split up? No, that's stupid. Never mind.
Let's split up again.
Split up to go don't you worry about what I split up for, okay? Just one of us checks out the rumor spot, and the others go check and see if, like, okay, hold on. Who is
There-
seeing you? Okay, this is Curry talking now. Arthur's the one that knows how to get there, yeah?
Technically, yes.
Okay. Who has not seen King yet?
Razz hasn't had any. I don't think direct, like interactions with him, but she did hang out in the same like spot where he would get tea. The same cafe.
Okay.
Tsubasa had gone to him directly to ask for help.
Sort of help. Didn't Lex send Sue to go see King?
Lex sent Sue to go see King to ask King for help, and King ended up sending Sue to go see Helia and Valkyr for help instead.
And then we already know about
Lance and his obsession with King, yes.
not obsession,
Okay.
but I may have my own character's name for a second there.
So, what if we do this? We all go to the same area, but the ones that haven't been seen with King yet and can claim plausible deniability goes to check on it. And then we just go to the next spot, like a checklist. People that are okay to do this, check, you go. People that have already run into King and are just making sure it's not him with the rumor, check, you go.
Lance does like kind of hold up one hand, just like
Yes,
there.
question.
There were more files on that computer that I didn't have time or the space to.
I can go with Lance to poke around the computer and where was it, Hollow Bastion?
Yes, it was one of the side areas. It was a,
We can grab some extra portable hard drives and go down there at some point.
He just, Tom Bear, without missing a beat, reaches into his jacket and pulls out a baggie of hard drives.
You are so weird.
I'm a merchant for a school.
You're weird. You're
I am.
weird.
I'm very weird. You should meet my father.
No.
Actually, yeah, don't do that. Did that kill you?
That was funny.
Don't go meet him. You will end up owing him money somehow. So, and then he reaches into the same jacket pocket and then just pulls out like a little tiny notepad and some crayons and starts writing. Okay, so group 1, check out King. Group 2, check out the room. Group 3, go to the hard drive.
Phoebe, when you say rumor, you know it's the ghost story that everyone knows and never changes. That is what you're talking about, yes?
Yeah.
Then, presumably.
Kind of pointless, but alright. I don't think we're going to get any new information out of anybody on that front.
Presumably, King has some information on that. If not,
I'm just gonna count it as like a backup thing then. And then you see him immediately flipping the page and starting a new one. Group 1, go to King. Group 2, hard drive. Backup plan, check out the thing everyone knows. Silence.
Exciting.
Hmm.
It's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sweetie.
Oh.
I had a feeling that was fucking coming.
yeah.
Sweetie.
Are you good?
He's dozing off. What do you think?
Just checking.
Purring.
Critical thinking, Kuri. Come on.
Critical.
Are they being refilled anytime soon?
He made the call today, so I'm going to say that's a hopeful yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with it too.
Just with the recap